protesters, increasing pressure on President Akufo-Addo and his energy minister to take decisive steps to end the current erratic power supply being experienced nationwide. Now, large parts of the country continue to be plunged into darkness every single day due to what everyone now know to be inadequate fuel to power the thermal electricity generating plant. Only last week, President Akufo-Addo broke his silence on the situation when he commissioned the Kumasi 1 thermal plant, but did not announce any concrete steps to fix the problem.
Our national electrification rate of 88.8% is one of the highest on the continent, and the goal is to have full electricity access by the end of this year. In the areas of power generation, transmission, and distribution, my government has made and continues to make significant investments towards the provision of reliable and competitively priced electricity to assure economic growth. This is part of our commitment to realizing the 2030 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. I do acknowledge Regional Minister for Energy, ladies and gentlemen, and Nananom, the challenges that the people of Ashanti and indeed of other parts of the country have had to endure in very recent times over the supply of power. And I can only thank you for the patience you have exhibited in the face of these challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, I must perforce thank Otumfuo Asante, who graciously intervened with the authorities of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology to release a portion of their land for the construction of this power station and gas pipeline infrastructure. And I thank the Vice Chancellor of the university for this important contribution.
Now, civil society organizations and other analysts are turning the heat on the president and his appointees for immediate action. Former UN senior governance advisor, Professor Ofori-Atta, believes the president has not taken charge of the crisis. He wants the president to address the nation consistently like he did during COVID-19.
An aspect of good governance, certainly, is the responsiveness of government when citizens express concern about critical issues as we are facing. But so far, I think we are lacking leadership on this crisis. We know the feud between GRIPCO, ECG, PURC, and others, and this is the time we have expected the president to take charge, just as he did successfully during the COVID era, when he was able to brief us periodically on the situation. This current crisis is almost nationwide, and there's a huge public concern expressed through many media, especially on social media. People are very frustrated, and I think it's an occasion for the president to be seen as being in charge. And I wish the president can assemble those players in the energy sector and give them marching orders and assure the nation that serious efforts are underway to rectify the situation. So far, I think we haven't seen much transparency on this matter. We haven't seen a real concern expressed by government, the president on this matter, and therefore the whole nation seems to be just bemoaning and lamenting the crisis without any serious response from government.
Now, energy analyst Kwame Jantor says if the president and his team cannot fix the situation, they must all resign.
I don't understand the situation where we don't want to open up and be transparent about this particular issue. Rather, we tell the Minister of Finance, please find money, find money, find money. How much money are we talking about? How much? We gave you the country to look after, your management to look after, to make sure that it is being run well. If you feel you got to a point to do it, get out of the soup. Get out of it. Because we cannot continue this way. At least give us a time this will end. And if it's in perpetuity, then we know it's in perpetuity. So we plan. The operative word there amongst this cocktail is finance. That is the operative word. You need finance to be able to buy feedstock. You need finance because gas is a challenge. Apart from that, the other side of the question that makes it even more difficult is the personal interest bit that is in there. And we need to address. Look, I was expecting the president, when he commissioned the K1 in Kumasi, I was expecting him as an opportunity to tell to Ghanaians, yes, we appreciate the patience you've had for us.
Now, away from that, residents of the Upper West region have added their voices, urging government to come out with a timetable to enable them to plan their daily activities. Business persons offering secretarial services, students and workers say the frequent unplanned power outages are having an effect on their businesses. They complain that the power outages have resulted in their gadgets being spoiled and the students are unable to study for their exams. Joy News' Upper West regional correspondent Rafiq Salam reports from Wa.
Unplanned power outages and punishing high temperatures, making lives uncomfortable for residents of the Upper West region. For several months, businesses have been suffering as a result of the former, making residents struggle for survival. Standby generators are often used, especially by few people, to run their businesses during the power outages. Others who cannot afford the services of a standby generator feel the pinch and pain and sit down like Egyptian mummies seeking for help. Lutfia Yahya is the manageress of Witness Ventures. They are offering secretarial services, sale of stationaries, and other office equipment.
The first effect of the light outs mostly is it spoils a lot of our machines. That's the first effect, and then sometimes when it's like that and the machine shut off without you following the normal procedure to shut it down, when you want to on it again, there's a code that will come that gives you a lot of problems. You rather will incur a cost of changing part of it or something. And then secondly, when the light went out off like that, we are forced to put on the generator. That is additional cost that we add to our business.
Students of the Simon Diodon Dombo University of Business and Integrated Development Studies, SDDU, are also not left out in the power outage conundrum. The situation is even worse during the examination week, forcing them to use unconventional ways to study.
My hostel, we are about 7 inside, and imagine if lights up, how we feel the condition there. We are crowded and no light. Some of us are using electrical gadgets to cook. We can't cook. We go through a lot through the doom. So
some students got bitten by snakes and other dangerous reptiles as a result.
If the movement of one place to another, especially from this place to campus, there is no even street light here. And also, we are girls. The girls now, we fear. We are scared. So because of that now, we always come and hang around this place, sit for waiting for the light to come back. We just sit and refresh ourselves and waiting until the lights come before we get to our hostel because it's always warm inside.
When you start to learn, then the light is out, doom. So you get back inside and then it will come back. So you have to come down again and then go to class. You go to class and then boom, the light is out again. So because of that, people just say, oh, then it's okay, I'm not learning. Let me sleep, let me do this, let me do something else. Let me come out and sit. And now too, because of the weather, the snakes and reptiles are always coming out. So if you don't take care, you can get bitten. The last time one lady got bitten while sitting outside because of doomso. If she was inside, this thing wouldn't have happened.
So what the people in the Upper West region are now talking about is that at least they want a timetable so that they can be able to plan their lives. So they are calling on the government to come to their aid, let them have a timetable for these lights out in the Upper West region so that their businesses, their children's school studies will not be truncated. Reporting for Joy News, Rafiq Salam. Wow.